Hello guys, welcome back to CloudyML. Today I and one of my fellow Matt will be conducting a demo interview for you in which we will be discussing about few of the Tableau questions so that you guys can understand that what type of questions will be coming in the interview for you. So let's start with that. So let me introduce my co-mate over here. So my another fellow mate is Raj. So Raj, could you please introduce yourself here?
Hello, Nikita. So myself, Raj, and I'm basically into this data visualization field, and I try Tableau, Excel, Power BI to work with. And in this video, I will be showing you few techniques as to how you can answer the question once you are facing the live end-to-end interview.
Great. Thank you so much for your introduction, Raj. So let's start with the interview. So before we proceed with the interview, could you please tell us which data set we will be using over here for the interview part?
So I will be using the sample superstore data set, which is like provided by the Tableau itself, so that we can have various kind of attributes. I can able to make you all understand from this data set.
Great. Thank you so much. So could you please tell us what exactly Tableau is? What do you mean by Tableau?
So basically, Tableau is the business intelligence tool which allows you to take proper business insight and proper insights from the data sets, the trends, and which you can provide to your business community or the management level. So basically, it's an intelligence tool, and you can provide a lot of insights from the data sets. So you can have the line graphs, you can have the bar charts, you can have the trend lines, you can have the box plots and everything, pie chart, and you can find out various references which can be useful for the higher management to take various business decisions.
Great. Thank you so much for the answer.
Hmm.
So could you please tell me what are the different products of Tableau over here?
So Tableau, like other BI, has the different ranges of products. So first I will come up to Tableau Desktop. So Tableau Desktop is actually a paid version wherein you have to pay some amount per month so as to use this product. So Tableau Desktop is used to create optimized queries out of the pictures of data. Once the queries are ready, you can perform those queries without the need to code. The Tableau Desktop encompasses data from various sources into its data engines and creates an interactive dashboard. And basically, there is you can import data from various kind of sources into Tableau like SQL, MS Azure, and different like Excel and CSV file. All this you can actually use it in Tableau Desktop. The second
Okay.
is Tableau
Mm-hmm.
Server. So
Mm-hmm.
when you have published dashboards using Tableau Desktop, so you will make some dashboard out of Tableau Desktop. Then Tableau servers help in sharing them throughout the organization. It is the enterprise level feature which is installed on a Windows or a Linux server, and Tableau servers gives the other user the authentication to use it by themselves. So it is not like that anybody can use it from Tableau server. So it is always directed. It can be always used to by someone which is directed by the end user who is making the dashboard.
Okay.
The third is the Tableau Reader. So the Tableau Reader is actually free feature available on desktop that lets you to open and view the data visualization. So you cannot edit anything. So you can only filter and drill down the data, but you cannot edit anything. So it is used to extract connection files. Fourth is Tableau Online. Tableau Online is also a paid feature but doesn't need exclusive installations. So it comes up with a software and is used to share the published dashboards anywhere and everywhere. The fifth and the final product is the Tableau Public, which is a free features to view the data visualization, and you can save them into the online Tableau server, and also you can actually learn Tableau from this. This is actually free. So you have 5 different features of Tableau product basket.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the answer. So
Yeah.
as different tool have different extension, whenever we save file in different tools, we have different file extension. So in Tableau, could you please tell me what is the file extension that is over there?
So basically, when you save the Tableau workbook, so it comes up with .twb extension. So Tableau workbook files have .twb file extension. Then Tableau bookmark files have the .tbm file extension. Tableau packaged workbooks have the .twbx file extension. And now, depending on the version of the extract, which it was created in, the Tableau extract files can have either the .hyper or .td file extension. Extract files are local copy of the subset of the entire data set, and you can actually use to share the data with others when you need to work offline or improve the performance. Similarly, you have the .tds data source. So Tableau data source files have the .tds file extension. The Tableau package data source files have .tdsx file extension. So this is majorly 6 types of file extensions which you generally get to know in Tableau.
Okay, so you have helped us with the six type of extensions over here. Could you
Hmm.
please explain the basic difference? You have used two extensions, that is .twb and .twbx, and in both of them, I guess you have used a word workbook files.
Correct.
So could you please let me know what is the basic difference between .twb and twx extension?
Basically, as I said, twb is the Tableau workbook file extension. So it is an XML.twb is an XML document that contains the information about your dashboard, sheets, and stories. While .twbx extension doesn't contain any data, so to share your workbook, you have to send both workbook file and the data source of the Tableau. Another difference is .twb is a package of files compressed together, and .twbx includes data source files and any other file used to produce the workbook, including the images. So this is the basic difference between the
Mhm.
uh, packaged workbook and the normal workbook file extension.
Okay. Thank you so much for the answer. Again, in while explaining TWB, you have used few words like dashboard, sheets, story. So could you please explain difference between Tableau worksheet, dashboard, story, and workbook? All those words that you have used currently. Could you please explain the difference between them as well?
So actually, Tableau uses a workbook and a sheet file structure, much like Microsoft Excel. So when you can see on my screen when I have this is my Tableau workbook. So here I have imported data, Excel data, which is a sample superstore data. This is entire is my Tableau data workbook. This has sheets. So currently, when I open sheet number one, you can have all the measures and dimension, and you can create your visualization on the work area pane here. Similarly, you can have various kind of sheets like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, just like Excel. When you have compiled when you have actually made all your visualizations in the number of sheets, so you can use this plus symbol here so as to start a dashboard. And the dashboard is a collection of the sheets file, sheets visualization. So in this case, you can see I have in the left hand side I have sheet 1 and sheet 2. Similarly, it will have all the sheets which will be written here, and you can make your interactive dashboard using the visualization from this sheet 1 and sheet 2. This will compile all your visualization and can give the management the one pager business insights from this dashboard. So you don't have to flip into sheet 1 and sheet 2. You can actually get all the insights from this entire dashboard. Now, what is a PPT? Sorry, what is the story? So for story, you have this book kind of symbol here. So you have to start the story. So we say that the Tableau stories are generally the PPT on steroids. Why it is said like that? Because this is very interactive. In this, you can actually utilize a lot of features like the sets, groups, and everything, and you can write everything like you can write in a PPT presentation, and you can show the dashboard collection of dashboards. So as the dashboard is the collection of the various visualization of the sheet, the story is the basically the collection of dashboards, and you can actually tell some actual story out of it, or the business insights from the collection of these dashboards, what you want to interpret, so as to take various kind of good interpretation and the reference inferences from the data set. So I hope I'm clear about the sheet, dashboard, and the stories.
Yeah, you have answered this really well and has explained the differences also really well. So let's say we have data in different, let's say, data sources. So is it possible to join them in Tableau?
Yes, so you can join them when you go to data source. So you have this pane here. Here you can join various data sets. So you have inner join, outer join, join, right join, all you can do it from here. So you can actually join the data, various kind of data set from here, with obviously some common field.
Okay. So could you please help me with the number? How many maximum tables? Is there any criteria that how many maximum tables we can join over here? Is there any limitation of that?
Yeah, it is. We can join up to 32 tables. There is the limitation.
Okay. Okay. Could you please go back again to that dashboard, the page where you were earlier?
Yeah,
Not this one, sheet one. Could you please go
sheet one.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Could you please scroll down a little bit down?
yes,
Okay. So I can see that all these column names are divided into two parts, I guess. In the upper
yes.
part, I guess there is nothing written over here, but before discount, profit, quantity, and sales, there is a written name that is measure names over here. Could you please help
Okay.
me what that name implies over here?
So basically, Tableau is an intelligent business intelligence tool, which actually segregates whenever you import a data set into Tableau. So it by default segregates the uh, column names or the features into two different categories. The the this these features, which is the above this thin line here, is called the dimension, and all the features below this thin line here is called the measures. Basically, what is the dimension? Dimension is actually used for giving the headings. It is a discrete it has a discrete aggregation. So suppose I say about the state or the region. When I put it to columns, so I will get all the labels like central, east, south, and west. So this is what a dimension do. Dimension pill is always colored in a blue, and whenever you want a discrete measure to be a kind of label or heading, so in that case you have to use the dimension, while measures are the continuous features. And it is the pill here is always green. So you can see when I'm scrolling into the measures here, so all the discount is in green, profit is in green pill. Similarly, all these are in blue. So this is the color difference. And these are the discrete features, these are the continuous features. So if you suppose I want to see the sales of each of the region, so I can just put sales in rows and I can see the region wise sales. So you can see, so if I have used the dimension for the label, or heading, I can say. This is central, east, south, and west. And the like measure as the continuous value to visualize the graph. So this is how the dimensions and measures are differentiated.
Great, great. With this question, you have helped us with the concept of discrete, continuous, this blue color, green color. So, thank you for so much for the answer. So, could you please help me to know if it is possible to draw pie chart in Tableau, and if yes, then how we can make it?
So I'll tell you about a very basic way to draw a pie chart in Tableau. So once you go to this Tableau board, you will have this show me button on the left right hand side, top very end of the right hand side of the screen. So here, if you will click, you will have a pie symbol here. So when once you click it here, you will find uh, the prerequisites for making a pie chart, which says that one or more dimension and one or two measures. So you at least need one dimension and one measure to create the pie chart. So the same example, like the region wise sales I want to look. So what I can do, I can simply put regions to column, sales to rows, and if suppose I click this, so it will actually change, and you can actually visualize how different, how this have changed. So you have put sum of sales in angle, the sum of sales in the size, so as to have the different sizes of the pieces for each of the region, and then region to colors, and you will have the pie chart here. And you can actually get the sales also. When you put sales to label, you will get all these sales here. So this is how you can make a pie chart here in Tableau.
Okay. So, is there any particular chart recommended whenever we want to show any trend? Let's say I want to see a trend day wise.
Okay.
So, is there any specific chart that we need to use for that?
So whenever we want to visualize any trend on the data, like yearly trend, quarterly trend, weekly trend, monthly trend, it is always best to use the line chart. So one second. So I can show you, like suppose you want to see the trend of sales by the year. So you can actually put year here, and you can see the trend of sales. So basically line chart is the chart, or it is the visualization which you can use to always see the trend for different years. Suppose I want to see the trends per month or quarter. So this, when you will click on this plus symbol, it will turn to quarter. If I click on this quarter here, you can see the month wise trend. Similarly, if you click on this, you can get the day wise trend. And similarly, you can directly also, you can check without using this, by actually taking directly the year and all. So you can go to order date here, and you can actually click on this drop down here, and you can see, you can click on whatever kind of visualization, whatever the trend, what trend you want. So suppose I want the monthly trend of the sales here. So I can just click here, and I can get the sales, and I can get the monthly uh, month wise variation of the sales. So this is often done by the line chart, and it is the best way to visualize when whatever trend you want to visualize in your data set.
Okay, great. Also in Tableau, we have a special chart known as scatter chart.
Okay.
Could you please explain something about scatter chart as well?
So whenever you want to understand the difference between two, or whenever you want to plot any graph between two continuous measures, so in that case you will often use the scatter chart. So continuous measure, so I will always look at the all those feature which is below this thin line. here. So suppose I want to see the uh, relation between the sales and the profit. So by default it will show this one point which will tell you the total sum of profit is so much and sales is total sum of sales is so much. Suppose I want to differentiate by it by the subcategory, so I'll just put the subcategory to colors here like this. I can also change the shape, so whatever way you want to change the shape. And once I do this, it is now a scatter chart. So this, you have all the legends here for the accessories, appliances, everything. And similarly, you will have all the sales and profit accordingly. So you have the profit as 55,000 for copiers and sales is 1,49,000. So you can see it by the tooltip. So basically, this is how you can actually uh, visualize the relationship between two continuous features. So you can similarly you can do with the sales and quantity as well. So suppose I remove the profit and suppose I just put uh, sum of quantity. So this is the relation, or this is the visualization which shows the relation between the sales and the quantity as per the different subcategories. So whenever you want to understand the relationship between two continuous features, you have to use the scatter plot.
Okay, great. So there are few terms in Tableau. So could you please help me with them? Like, firstly, I want to understand what exactly sets in Tableau.
So basically sets are, you know, actually it's a group of two things. So Tableau sets are limited to having two groups, and you can use it is represented by generally in and out. So suppose I take the sales as per the subcategories. So I have the subcategories and the sales here. To make the sets, I can go to this subcategory, I can right click it, and I can create this set here. So once I create the set, so I can either select which all the sets so sets, like suppose you want to uh, actually segregate the fields by say high profit, low profit, or the profit below 3 lakhs or profit above 3 lakhs. So in this case, whenever you want to use the two groupings, you have to use the set. So you can either use select from the list, you can use the condition, and you can use the top also. So suppose I want to just use the sum of sales, the top 10 sum of sales by here. So I can directly use this like this, and this is the sets actually. So if I put this if I remove this subcategory here, and if I put it here in and out, so what I will get, this is the subcategory with the top 10 cells in, and this is the subcategory cells which is out, which is the remaining cells. So this is how you can use the set thing in a Tableau.
Great. At the time you right click over there to make the set, I have also seen one term called parameter. Could you please help me with that as well?
Yeah, so parameters are basically the interactive feature a Tableau will provide you. So again, I'll just tell you. Suppose I drag this subcategories to rows and the sales to columns. So a limitation which actually a set has the limitation that it will always show you two categories, either in or out, which means that you can always actually segregate your entire data into two parts. So you can choose that you if you want to have the two sets like high profit products, low profit products, or high sales product, low sales product. But the parameter, you can in parameter you can actually use your different aggregation to make different kind of things. So in this case, suppose I have chosen the sales of different subcategories and I have segregated in the descending order. What I can do, I can go to this subcategory and I can go to create parameter. So once I go and create a parameter, there are two ways you can do it. So this is one case, or the second case is the parameter with filter. So suppose I can go and go to subcategories here. I can suppose I want to use the top 10, top 20, top 30 in something like that. So I can use like this, and here I can create a new parameter. So this is the very simple way I'm explaining you the parameters. So parameters have the different applications. You can use the parameters by filters, you can use the parameter with set, you can use the parameters with calculated field, you can do what if analysis with parameters. So you have n number of uses of parameters. This is the very simple basic one, how we can use the parameters. So I have used the range of values as minimum 1 and maximum 10. Let me change this to 10, or let me change it to 20, for example. Once I do that and apply it, I can, once I apply it, so I'll have this parameter here. When I'll right click, I can use to show the parameter. So in this case, suppose I have to find the top 10 product as per sale. So I have this drop down here. You can actually change it to uh, slider or type in. So I'm just keeping it as slider. So if I want top 5, so I can simply drag this to top 5 here. So it will change to top 5. Similarly, if I want to see top 15, I can go and I can see top 15 here. I will see top 15 as the number of sales. So parameters are actually, gives a interactive feature. You can do all these things by the filters as well, but it parameters gives you a interactiveness. It gives you the interactiveness, as in you can control as much as you want, howsoever you want to visualize the data. Similarly, you can use this same thing as the filter, but every now and then you have to like change the values to visualize the data. So this is how parameters can be used.
Okay. Again, previously you have used again one more term, that is calculated field.
Yeah.
Could you please help me with that as well? What do you mean by exactly calculated field?
So calculated fields are basically used for making certain aspects, certain feature you want to analyze, which are generally not present in your data set. So I want suppose let me show you what a calculated field do.
Okay,
uh,
let me interrupt here.
yeah.
So let's say we have this order date over here and
Hmm.
also we have ship date, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
So using two dates, is it
Hmm.
possible for us to calculate the shipping days?
Yeah, obviously we can do it by the calculated field.
Yeah, so please do that for us so that we can understand how we can actually calculate the shipping days over here.
So this is the ship date. So you have the
Yeah,
ship date here, and then you have
hmm.
the what
Order
the
date
second order date.
above. Yeah.
Yeah, order date and ship date. So
Mhm.
we want to understand what is the, so you can actually go and you can calculate, create a calculated field here. So in this calculation here, we have to use the ship date and order date. So in this case, what I can use, ship date minus order date. Once I do that, I have this calculation, and so by this I think I'm right here. In this case, I can use the calculation as like ship date and order date accordingly.
Let's say I want to see state-wise average shipping days.
Hmm. 1 second. So here in this case, state-wise average shipping date you want to see. So in this case, I can use this average. So this is how you can actually see the average shipping days, the difference between the shipping date and order days as per the
Great,
states.
great. Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. So in this way, we have basically created the calculated field, and
Hmm.
after that we have changed that calculated field in average.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this information as well.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else that you would like to add from your end that you would like our audience to let know about Tableau?
So I can just say that just like you all, everyone works with Excel, and we all have used Excels from our school days, but still we sometimes don't understand how whenever we go in depth, we generally don't feel comfortable while using Excel as well. So for Tableau is also similar to Excel. It's just that you need practice every now and then. There are still things which I keep on learning, and I also want to learn more and more. So I just want all of you guys, that out of all this Tableau, the parameters, just focus on the group by parameters, sets. You should know how to make your visualization much more interactive. Try to learn the different aspects of these parameters with calculated field, with sets, with filters, the group by, how to use actions, and you can use properly. So there is nothing else which I would like to tell, but yeah, you all have to practice. The more you practice, the more you will get perfect.
Thank you so much, Raj. So, guys, this was just a brief demo that we have created for you guys in order to understand that what exact questions you will be getting in Tableau. So we would request you guys to kindly reply in the comment section if you want us to create such more interviews for you guys so that we can create more for you in future. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye, guys.